Remember those days of waiting? Well, those days are finally. Welcome to the ones that provide you with gaming news, gaming reviews, and all the entertainment you need to get you through your day. We are the Coast to Coast Gaming Central.
Welcome to episode 11 of Coast to Coast Gaming Central podcast. We've made it another week. You know, hey, I'm MKGUY. With me, I got my boy K-Lyric. What's up? I got my boy Mr. Monty.
Concentrating on something else.
Hi. Got my boy Mr. Money, Mo Money, I got a money, just money.
Hello.
A lot of money, man.
I got my boy Booster.
He's pretty rich.
Yo.
And I got the cameraman, a Boss Dre guy.
A Boss Dre guy, yo.
Like you.
This is what happens when you start the podcast after 12.
Yeah, it's kind of Tuesday, but it's Wednesday. We're doing this after midnight, 1 a.m. Eastern
Holy
time.
crap, this guy sucks.
Podcast after that.
So, you know, don't mind Monty. He's playing a game right now.
And I have the worst teammate in the world taking on Dusk and Money. This guy does not know the fundamentals of all.
If you're wondering what's going on, check out the video of the podcast on YouTube and you'll understand.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we got a oh, by the way, real quick, like usual, the UK. So, just let you guys know, Crazy will be here eventually. Also, I know I've been saying PJ will be here the past couple weeks. Hey, he'll be here again soon. Now that we got that out of the way, we got a lot of news to talk about today. Why we're doing the podcast
It's called basketball.
We figured it would just be better to just get the news now. So, without further ado, let's go right into it. I know usually every week we start out with PlayStation, then we move to Nintendo, go to Microsoft.
But MK is converted, because he's an asshole.
I'm not an asshole.
He went to the dark side.
A slight change in attitude, I guess.
He became a renegade.
With Microsoft this week because they have the biggest amount of news to talk about this week.
Says the Xbox fan.
Well, they do. Sony don't really got a whole lot. Matter of fact, we should do them last. Anyway.
Sony sucks. No, I'm joking.
Let's dive right into it. So, the biggest news, I'm sure a lot of you already know, but if you haven't, we're going to break it for you. The Xbox One is now getting a Kintect-less bundle for the system. So you can just buy the system straight up, just a system and a controller, and it's going to cost you the same as a PS4, $400. 500 gig hard drive, pretty much. You get an Xbox One without the Kinect, pretty much.
In my opinion, I would rather the disc-less one.
I told you they weren't doing the discless one. Hey, I told you.
No, I'm okay with that.
I'd rather that though because I would like the Kinect for the TV features and whatnot.
Well, if you want the Kinect, just get the Titanfall bundle. In a way, for $50 more, you get a $60 game and a Kinect that's going to cost like $100 by itself.
Yeah.
All right. So in a way, that still is the better deal. But I'm pretty sure that once they release this Xbox, once the Titanfall ones finally leave all the stores, they're not going to have that bundle anymore because they'll be losing money on it. So for anyone that wants that Kinect at a cheaper price, I guess you better go pick up that bundle between now and June 3rd or whenever. But yeah, so the Kinect's coming out the Xbox is coming out $400, no Kinect, just a system. Even though they say the Kinect is still a big part of their future, but as we can tell, they wanted it to be a part of the system permanently, and that didn't really fly too well. So the result is you now have a choice. Choice matters. As you can see, look at the PS4. You didn't have to get the camera, but look what you bought it anyway. So,
Sorry for what?
where do you get?
All the gunshots going on in the background.
Sorry about that. I'm playing with
that is Boost Dust neighborhood for you.
Yeah, that's Boost neighborhood. You know, we got a hot. No, actually, that's Money's neighborhood. He back home now. Chirac.
The disrespect.
But yeah, so Microsoft, they announced the system today. Also, they made some changes to Xbox Live Gold. You no longer need Gold to use YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, none of those. So it's a lot like PlayStation Network now. Also, Xbox Live Gold is gonna give you a free game on Xbox One a month as well, and you get a free game on a 360 too. So they pretty much have mirrored the PS4 in terms of their services now.
So you see how long it took for them to do this though?
Well, it took for them to see how badly they were failing in the markets in terms of keeping up with Sony. So they made those super epic, drastic changes really quick.
They should have jumped ship ever since like PlayStation got Netflix and Hulu and all them video services. They should have jumped ship with that. But I didn't want to do it.
Now, it'll be... They're not going to close the gap on PlayStation right away. But once Halo comes out...
That was not...
With the system being cheaper, it'll definitely pick it up a lot. So, yeah, so Xbox Live Gold...
Maybe I'll consider one after The Last of Us Remastered comes out.
I'll never buy Xbox.
I heard MK say that once.
well,
MK's
MK got it for a
unreliable.
special promotion, though. To be fair.
That's true.
He has commitment issues.
His girlfriend bought it for him. Period.
Yeah. You got a point there.
I mean, I'd definitely take one if somebody was just buying it for me. I would not argue.
Yeah. Why y'all putting out that business, man? Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what Microsoft announced today. They also announced that they did this announcement now, so they didn't have to waste time at E3 doing it. So they can talk about games. Like, they keep reinforcing every week that E3 is going to be about games. Every year they do this, and they end up talking about TV shows. Right. We'll see.
Actually, that's what their E3 announcement is, the Halo TV show.
Oh, well, they announced that last year.
But they said they're going to...
Well, last year they did have quite an impressive showing of games. It's just they also had that monkey on their back about the whole DRM thing.
Yeah, no one gets... Like, they did show games, and they had a hard time trying to do anything.
Sorry.
So...
I mean, it felt like there was a giant elephant in the room pretty much at their E3 press conference, that they didn't even, like, talk about that.
Yep. On a side note, I think certain people are having a hard time multitasking. Just throwing that out there. So
We're not even doing anything.
Yeah, I ain't mentioned no names.
I apologize.
There's 3 people who are multitasking, so we know what you're saying, MK, so shut up.
Whoa!
Again, the rage is real.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Alright, move on.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like,
who, like, you
We
want
don't have Xbox. Like, what are we gonna talk about?
Monty, shut up. Titanfall Expedition DLC released today.
Let's go back to 10
Well,
years.
it didn't release today, but it was announced today. Sorry, it comes out May 15th on Xbox One and PC. The 360 does not have a release date for it. It's going to cost $10, or if you get the season pass, it'll come in that. Pretty much, it comes with how many maps? 3 new maps, and this is the first map pack out of 3 planned ones. So good for them. Also, Sunset Overdrive. That's an exclusive to Xbox One that's made from a studio that used to be a Sony exclusive studio. Insomniac Games, as you know, they made Ratchet & Clank, Resistance, those games. They are making Sunset Overdrive for the Xbox One exclusively. I know Corgan and I talked about it the other day. actually does look pretty good, actually.
For what?
Sunset Overdrive.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess the reason why they're making it exclusive to Microsoft is it just comes down to a money issue. I guess they wanted to be. I guess they wanted full control over the game pretty much, and Microsoft is at a point where they'll let anything go. They'll let anything go.
Wow, that's really funny right there.
They're just feeding for like exclusivity for something. So yeah, and plus they'll tout about how, because how Sony's touting that Bungie's making games for them now, even though it's multi-platform, but they're touting about it. So I'm pretty sure Microsoft is going to tout that Insomniac is making a game for them exclusively. But,
True.
so I'm pretty good for them. So that's the big news from Microsoft this week. So chances are, come this summer and this fall, the Xbox will start catching up to the PS4. I don't think it's gonna catch up in terms of taking over, but it'll close the gap for sure. I think the price drop is really it's gonna be significant once Halo releases, though. I think. To be honest.
Halo's bailed them out quite a bit before.
Speaking of Halo, rumor has it Halo 5 isn't going to be ready for this year, but they're gonna do Halo 2 HD with the online multiplayer and everything on Xbox One this fall. Which is my favorite Halo. So
yeah, that's my favorite as well.
What's up, money?
I said it just rumored just for Xbox One.
Yeah, that would only be for Xbox One. Because they would use that as just like Sony's using a re-release the new PS4s, they would use that re-release. To be honest, I mean, Halo 2 is probably maybe not everyone's favorite Halo, but it's a lot of people's favorite Halo.
No, that's mine as well.
Yeah, it's mine. So I would definitely pick that up. But they better not charge $60. Throw that out there. So yeah, that handles Microsoft for this week. Moving on to Nintendo really quickly. Mr. Iwata, this man is fighting for his job with a passion. But in his words, and Corgan, you'll love this one. One game could change the Wii U's fate.
Oh.
He says.
What do you describe as that one?
He says, if you remember, and this is we were probably too young to really pay attention to this stuff back then, but the Game Boy was failing just like the Wii U, or people are considering the Wii U failing, but the Game Boy was failing. And then Pokemon came out, and all of a sudden, all that changed.
So you know what that means.
Yeah, so then people are taking, because he used Pokemon as a direct example, so now everyone is like, oh, is he hinting at a Wii U Pokemon game? But,
it's going to be a spin-off Pokemon game.
That would be the smartest idea.
Pokemon Snap.
No, there is a spin-off one.
Now,
that Pokemon Rumble, that's already on there. That bum-ass game.
There's 2 new Pokemon games announced. Not much information on the second one. It's called 1,000 something. Pokemon 1,000 something.
They do need a full HD RPG Pokemon on Wii U. That would make the Wii U like greatness.
It's called The Band of Thieves and 1,000 Pokemon. And it's going to be a 3DS eShop title. Free.
I've been trying to play the Pokemon on the 3DS a little more. But
Iwata, he pointed out Pokemon on Game Boy that pretty much not only saved the Game Boy, but extended its life much longer than they expected.
Speaking of Pokemon, how about that new Pokemon game, Omega Rufu? And
it's not really new.
It's a new 3DS game.
Yeah, Monty, you can have your Pokemon time in a second.
Well, we're on Nintendo. This is Nintendo news. Is it not Nintendo?
Yeah,
I was going to get to that.
Yeah, I was going to get to that, Monty. Calm down.
Yeah,
well,
I know you're excited.
I'm 5 steps ahead of the game. You have a problem with that?
Yes,
I can respect.
I can't respect.
Anyway, so
That's the
Iwata,
game.
Iwata is hoping on
points.
Mario Kart 8 to be the first game that really starts help changing the landscape for Wii U, and I think it's gonna be, at least that'll be the game that upstarts it. And there's depending on Smash Brothers as well. Also at E3, he also confirmed they're gonna show a lot of games that are near completion, that are pretty much completed, and then they're gonna show some games that are just going in development. So pretty much at E3, they're gonna have he already, in his own words, they're gonna have lots of games. And knowing and anyone that knows Nintendo, they'll show you a teaser for a game that doesn't come out for another 2 or 3 years, but they'll also show you a game that comes out in like 4 months that we've never heard of. So E3 will be quite the treat for Nintendo fans. Even though it's not a press conference, it is a ready, Corgan? Corgan's not paying attention. Corgan, it is a digital event.
Yeah.
A digital event. Did you hear that, Corgan?
Yeah, I heard it. What was I involved
One
in?
more
What did I
time.
do?
One more time, MK.
You're supposed to say it with us, Corgan. Come on. Are you ready?
Spell it out.
Okay. How the hell was I doing?
A digital
event.
Directly to you.
Directly to you.
Also,
E
quickly here,
I-G-I-G-A-L.
you're doing too much.
I don't know why I was involved in that.
Well, it's because you always. Speaking of which, Nintendo already has a clear idea about the Wii U successor, but they said they have no plans to release it until current Wii U fans are satisfied, meaning it's not coming out for another 3 years. So stop talking about it.
3 months, cough, cough.
Or 3 months, cough, cough.
And if you get down, here's a cool set of news for anyone. Gamers in the U.S., we can test drive Mario Kart 8 before the release date. In the United States, we can play Mario Kart 8 this weekend.
Test drive.
We can play Mario Kart 8 this weekend. Actually, if we go to GameStop, we'll be able to try out a demo version Mario Kart 8 from 12 to 4 local time. It'll be throughout the weekend, May 17th and May 18th. People who pre-order or have already pre-ordered will also be entitled to receive a double-sided Mario Kart poster. Check out GameStop's site to see the participating stores in the area. Also, Mario Kart TV web app for smartphones and tablets is incoming. That'll be coming the week the game releases to keep track of stats, and also you can watch like the Mario Kart live streams and stuff on there too. There you go. Oh, if you and to add on to the slate of cool Mario Kart pre-order bonuses, if you pre-order on Walmart, you get a free racing wheel for the game, and then you also get a free $5 movie credit for the Voodoo service. So, I think the free racing.
Best Buy is trying to.
We already did, but just to remind you, if you pre-order on Best Buy, you get $10. You get $10 in gas money, in real gas money. I don't have a racing wheel though. Well, Walmart was kind of beast, but
Just buy one off of eBay.
why would I do that when I could just get one for free for pre-ordering at Walmart?
Because I'm looking towards that gas card. They paying you. They paying
Well,
your
to be
gas
fair-
to go.
To be fair, $10 probably just covers the gas to Best Buy and back home for most people.
Not me. Like
So
5 minutes away.
that is Nintendo's little combo. Monty, you can have your Pokemon time now.
I got
I'm going
minor
to be back. I'm going to use
Pokemon
Names.
What's up, Monty?
I got some minor Pokemon news. Not big, but I believe all the soundtracks from all the Pokemon games are now on iTunes for $10 each, the full album, and each individual piece is $1.99. Well, I was checking it up. What's nasty is that they even have like sound bits, like when you save a game, like a 4-second clip of that for $1. It's pretty nasty. We got that, and of course we got the Hoenn remakes. I think, was it Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? It's gonna be a remix of the Ruby and Sapphire games from the Game Boy Advance back in 2003, I believe.
I
03?
can't wait. Yeah, I'm definitely make sure I get my 3DS before that come out.
You've been saying that like since the podcast started.
Oh.
You know, times is hard for a pen. Hard out here for.
Yeah, I was about to say those weren't the correct lyrics, but
See, if K Lyric was here, he would have corrected you with the lyrics. Alright, moving on. On to the Sony side. Sony, to be honest, well, really quickly, just to get this out the way, Sony as a company are struggling huge time, actually. Like, the TVs aren't selling, their laptops aren't selling. The only thing that's making them a profit is PlayStation brand. It's not good for a big corporation like that. As a matter of fact, the top Sony exec, who used to be who ran the PlayStation brand, he had to take a 50% pay cut. So that company is struggling. So it'll be
the
interesting.
Konami of bigger business.
Like it'll be weird to see if Sony even wouldn't that be really crappy if Sony went under and PlayStation had to die because of that?
Yep.
I depend on my Sony product. My PlayStation.
I mean, hey, at least I did my part. My laptop.
I think what it is,
Now.
Sony thinks that they can just sell stuff off their name, and it's gotten to the point the only company that can really do that is Apple now.
You heard Apple's coming out with a game system?
I'm back.
People have been saying that for like 4 years. But wouldn't it be something if, this wouldn't happen, but wouldn't it be something if, Apple put the money towards, the Steam box or something? They don't have to, but it was just Anyway, so Sony
What
is,
in the hell was that?
Ladies and gentlemen, that would be Corgan passing some gas. You're welcome.
You don't need all that information.
Hey, I kept it PG rated.
we are raw and uncut when we do podcasts at midnight.
Alright then. I don't give a.
Man, we say it once an episode. I don't give a fuck.
Oh no, we're gonna get put off the air.
Bleep
Our cable providers will.
Hey, IGN says curse words during their podcast, so we're cool. We're cool.
Yeah, we can get it in. We're on iTunes. You know what they sell on iTunes?
Yeah,
Anyway.
so a hell of a lot worse crap than this.
Exactly.
I say we should go to 3 vs 3 after this, guys. Just saying. I don't
They're
like my
talking
TV.
about 2K, by the way, the park.
Yeah.
So really quickly here, since we're on the Sony side, news for them is kind of slow. So I'm gonna just run. So really quickly here, like usual, we'll run through that PlayStation Store update. And to be honest, most of this stuff is PS3, but we're gonna hit it up. Dragon Guard 3 released on. Well, it's a pre-order that you can get on PS3 for $50, which is a medieval world where 6 sisters with weird special magical abilities pretty much discover their power. As the story progresses, players find themselves in a battle to unravel the mystery of Zero and learn her true intentions.
I heard
Serious
that.
Sam 3. No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say. I heard that Skullgirls Encore or something is free for Plus members too.
Yep. I was gonna get that in like 2 seconds.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm actually kind of excited to try that because I always did want to try that game.
Me and Jay played that game. Played the original Skullgirls like twice.
Yeah.
Serious Sam 3 BFE came out on PS3. It's $20. It's a glorious throwback to the golden age of first-person shooters where men were men. Cover was for amateurs, and pulling the trigger made things go boom. There you go. And then Tales of Grace's F plus Tales of Exilia combo pack. $60. You get 2 legendary RPGs on PS3 for one great price. So if you're a fan of those games, or if you missed out on one, here's your chance to get both for $60 instead of paying $40 for each. On Vita, outside of the bundle, Borderlands 2 released on Vita for $40. We will talk about that in a second. Soul Sacrifice Delta Limited Edition came out today for $35.99. Soul Sacrifice Delta is the ultimate edition of Soul Sacrifice, where every decision has consequences to result. The action RPG that puts you against an evil sorcerer returns with a slew of new features, including improvements to gameplay graphics, new levels, characters, and spells. Grim, the faction who believes in neutrality in all things, joins the bloodthirsty Avalon and the merciful Sanctuary, and adds to a third angle to bring Delta and Soul Sacrifice. So pretty much, you got to get Soul Sacrifice Delta is an expansion on the Soul Sacrifice, pretty much. I don't know if you can buy it separately if you already own the game or not, but I don't know you can. Free on Plus this week, Skullgirls Encore, like Corgan said.
Yep.
Ragnarok Odyssey Ace, PS3 and Vita, got a demo, and then X-Blaze Code, PS3 and Vita has a demo as well. PlayStation Plus discounts, Hitman Absolution Special Edition, $8.99. Hitman Trilogy HD, $14. Tomb Raider PS3, $13. Serious Sam, the game just released this week, $14.99.
I still need to get Octodad.
That game's awesome. With a friend.
You got it?
I play it with a friend.
Other titles, the other sales that happened this week, you can get Thief on PS4 for $40 and PS3 for $40. I still wouldn't pay more than $10 for that. This is a really nice one. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition on PS4 costs $29.99.
There you go.
That's a good pickup if you never played that or if you want it on PS4. That'll really help you pass time until your next game comes out.
Uncharted.
And plus, me and Corgan are, trying to collect some batteries.
Yep. All about them batteries.
Shin Megami Tensei Persona on PS3, Vita, PSP. You can get that game for $5. You can get the second one for $5, the third one for $5. So pretty much you could pay $15 and catch up on that series. Then on PS3 you can get Dishonored for $20. Killzone Shadowfall has some multiplayer maps for free. Dynasty Warriors X has some costume packs coming out. Also Lego The Hobbit. And last but not least, the PlayStation Store app updates. The apps that got updates, apparently Crackle got an update, Crunchyroll, Daily Burn, HBO, MLB.TV, Redbox, and WWE Network. That takes care of the PlayStation Store update. Moving on. Actually, this is a game I've heard about for quite some time, and I'm excited now that it's confirmed to come out on PS4. It's a game called Among the Sleep. Money, you might be intrigued by this one.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that one.
I haven't heard about it.
It's been talked about for the last few years, actually. Pretty much, it's a first-person horror adventure where you play as a 2-year-old kid. You're vulnerable, scared, and you're trying to make sense of the world. It explores horror through atmosphere and exploration, not with scores and combat systems. So pretty much you're merging a child's perception of reality with his wild imagination. It provides an interesting setting to tell a story, with only your teddy bear as a companion. So long story short, you're trying to escape the kid's nightmares, pretty much. And you're a 2-year-old kid, so you can't fight back or anything. But it's a mature game too, so the kid can die in the game. But
games are getting weird.
Children dying, people.
This was the Kickstarter campaign from students. This was a game that was started by students, believe it or not. They've been working on the project for 2 years. They've been studying and working part-time jobs to finance the game. The Kickstarter, they ended up getting $248,358. So they were supported. They're still playing free demos on campus and stuff, so it's really cool that not only did students get to not only do something they want to do, but then also Sony supported them and lets them release it on a big console. So that's nice. But yeah, the game's going to be on PS4. They plan on being at E3. I'm pretty sure whenever Sony talks about their indie games, they'll bring it up. Also, they're the first to explore PlayStation's new virtual reality technology, Project Morpheus, as well. So, for some students, Sony really did put some faith in them. So whatever build they had to show Sony must have been really impressive.
Yeah.
That will be on my radar.
Among the Sleep, if you haven't heard about it or anything, look it up. It'll be quite the entertaining game for sure.
Possibly.
Hopefully.
Yes,
Son of Scoregasm coming on PS Vita. Now, this game.
Now I need to know about this.
Son of Scoregasm. Now.
It's called
Son of Scoregasm. It's a slick, very challenging, and fun game that plays really well in Vita. It's a twin-stick shooter, so not in your typical survival style. Instead, the game is comprised of a series of interlinked levels that you progress through in a non-linear style. What this means is that there are multiple paths through the game, ranging from fairly easy routes to some that are pretty hardcore. The levels themselves are designed to be different, and there's a real variety of enemies, traps, and bosses for you to overcome as you explore the game and find all of its exits. In Son of Scoregasm, the pulse attack is really helpful. Close range pulse that wipes out enemies in a short radius around your ship. Unlike many other twin sticks, the pulse attack isn't a panic button, instead it's a core attack. So pretty much like, let's see, Wrestle Gun, you have like your bombs to bail you out or your boost. I guess something that broken is like your regular attack. Level-wise, in a way, it's sort of like sound shapes. That's why it's called Scoregasm. So like the musical score sort of helps along the levels in terms of like how the game plays out. So this is a Vita exclusive for now, and they announce like a PS4 version later on down the line. Scoregasm comes out to PlayStation Vita. It comes out later this year. Good for them.
You better have a demo for that game.
They have to. It's called Scoregasm. I would hope Scoregasm does. Alright, so moving on. We're pretty much done with exclusive stuff, so let's hit up third-party stuff. Any of you guys play Darksiders?
Well, I always kind of wanted to.
Well, the creative director of Darksiders says Darksiders is not dead. As a matter of fact, Darksiders 3 is being worked on right now. They confirmed it will not be at E3 this year, but it is in development.
I know PJ likes Darksiders.
Crytek is making the game. Yeah, if you remember, Crytek is the one that brought the rights to that game. So, Crytek, the company that made Rise. I was gonna bet Rise is gonna be like the first free Xbox Live Gold game.
Definitely.
So, now that we're still on third party, Watch Dogs. It's gonna run. Watch Dogs will run at 900p on PlayStation 4, and it will run at 792p on Xbox One, with both versions running at 30 frames per second. So there you go.
You know why they did that, right?
Why?
They want the Xbox to look bad.
Making us with the 60 frames. I figured that wouldn't be right.
Yeah, Sony said 1080p 60 frames. That game, you need some PC that costs like $4,000 to do that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, in a way that almost, in a way, I won't say it exposes the power of next-gen systems already, but I will say they need to take some. It's gonna be a little bit before they hit that mark with every single game.
Oh well.
It'll take a little bit. The game will still look good on PS. They said the best console version will be the PS4 version.
Yeah.
In terms of visuals. So there you go. 900p PS4, 792 on Xbox One. But for the Sony fanboys out there, you still got about 108p on the Xbox. There you go. May not be 1080, but we got that 900.
900. Good
900 speed. The greatest
Oh,
thing.
snap. Money's favorite guy invited me to play some Last of Us.
The Witcher 3. Surprise, surprise, The Witcher 3 may run better on PS4 than Xbox One. Due to just probably, to be honest, probably just due to how much easier it is to just put the PC version over on PS4 and just make the slight little adjustments you have to. So, Witcher 3, however, will not release until next year, so, I mean, by all means, that could change up between now and then. Who's going to get that new Wolfenstein game? Alright, so I could just breeze through this news. Wolfenstein The New Order is recommended to play twice, and the game should take you about 45 hours to complete for an FPS campaign. Wolfenstein to me is not that entertaining to have someone playing 45 hours. But if you're dedicated enough to pay $100 for that collector's edition that doesn't include the game, well, you will enjoy that. But that's the... I hate you for that.
Maybe.
On a side note, moving on. Take-Two had their investor call today, and they revealed a lot of stuff. But some of the biggest news is GTA 5 has sold 33 million copies now.
A lot of black people.
That is a lot.
I'm joking.
Well, black people, Mexican people, white people, you know.
But it sadly won't ever beat Wii Sports.
Yeah, GTA will never beat Wii Sports.
Nothing
will
game ever beat Wii Sports.
You know what to beat Wii Sports? Wii Sports 2.
But Wii U doesn't have sales, so.
Alright, bundle Wii Sports 2 with it, and then it will.
It still won't surpass Wii Sports because the Wii U still won't get any sales, so yeah.
Monty has no faith in the Wii U, by the way, everybody.
But I'm still getting it someday. Probably after something.
Monty is the epic pessimist.
Like, I will let you know every time we, like, outside of the podcast, every time we mention Nintendo, he brings up the Wii U sales. So I just gotta bring up the negative and all that.
I'm still a Nintendo fan. We use this.
I just say you're a pessimist.
But I'll still get it, along with Smash Brothers, and then that's about it.
You need to get that Mario Kart bundle.
No thanks. Last time I bought Mario Kart, I was disappointed.
Monty's also very hard to please, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't really enjoy it. I prefer my classic Nintendo 64 Mario Kart.
Anyway, so we'll talk about that in a second. So Take-Two had their phone call. GTA 5 has 33 million copies sold. But so that's their highest selling game. Their second highest game is actually 2K14. NBA 2K14. NBA.
Are you sure it wasn't WWE? We checked that.
It was not WWE. It was NBA 2K14. Actually, NBA 2K14 grew 150% over sales of NBA 2K13. Whoa. So, NBA 2K having super graphics on PS4 and Xbox One really helped out those sales. Good for them.
Because the game wasn't that good compared to 2K13.
I would disagree. I would think there's more to do on 2K14 still.
It's when it works.
When it works. But when we're talking about 2K, we always talk about when it works. You know it's true.
Actually,
Actually, Monty,
2K's model. The best sports games on the planet. when it works.
They never even mentioned WWE 2K14 on success stories this year. But that game came out at a nasty time frame, though, right between death, so to speak, of the new system.
But we have some news about 2K and WWE.
We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so the strongest performance was GTA 5. Second place, NBA 2K14. Third place was Grand Theft Auto Online.
Huh?
Yes, Grand Theft Auto Online. All the microtransactions and stuff has third place. We're talking about Take-Two's fiscal year.
That?
Apparently, a lot of people did. Borderlands 2 is fourth place, and then the last place is BioShock Infinite, which is probably why they closed that studio down. They were disappointed. Anyway, Take-Two's revenue grew 97%. Now their revenue is $2.4 billion US. GTA accounts for $1 billion of that, by the way.
A lot of money.
There you go. They also let it be known that in their next fiscal year, Rockstar has next-gen projects, plural, releasing in the next fiscal year. And then also, of course, 2K15, WWE, and NBA. That's all they have announced right now. So the unannounced projects for Rockstar, with them releasing the next fiscal year, that means that we should be seeing at least one of them at E3 at somebody's press conference. Which that sort of matches up with the rumors of Rockstar announcing a game at PlayStation. So, even though to be honest, their other next-gen project is probably just the GTA 5 definitive version. I think that would be a fair estimate. So, yep. So that's what happened with them today. Lots of it's E3 season. We're 3 weeks away now. But really quickly, Monty brought it up earlier. I don't want to forget about it. Yep, we do have some news to mention about 2K. Monty, you want to take this one?
You know more about it than I do. I just know that WWE kind of screwed over 2K a little bit in terms of finance.
They didn't screw over 2K. They screwed over their employees. Well, anyway, so
Same thing.
WWE. So, all right. So, as you know, THQ died last year, and then they sold their games off. WWE games went to 2K.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, THQ. So WWE went to 2K. 2K actually wanted to take a year off because they wanted to, make their own engine for the game. They wanted to do a lot of stuff, pretty much. Like when they released like the first 2K wrestling game, they wanted it to be 2K. Because as we all know, WWE 2K14, even though it's 2K14, it's pretty much THQ's last game.
Was I the only one that got it among this podcast?
Crazy got it.
I think I was.
No, Crazy got it.
I mean, in this group of people right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. WWE 2K14. 2K did not want to release it last year. WWE actually offered them more money to pretty much just rush it out, just to make sure they had a game come out. Which, in a way, messed with the quality, and maybe that's why people didn't buy it. I don't know. But so what WWE did was usually so unless you're like John Cena or CM Punk or Daniel Bryan, one of those guys, most of their money comes from like the video game sales. WWE took a big portion of that money and gave it to 2K to release the game last year. So they didn't get their money. So there's a big hoopla about that. So that's pretty much what we had to say about that. So this year is 2K's. This year will be 2K's vision of a wrestling game. So we'll see. But and they
hopefully
should be
VC will not be incorporated.
I don't mind VC. You don't have to buy it.
Yeah, but it's like with wrestling, it's more about creativity than just playing a game. A lot of people just play. They literally buy the game just to create stuff. time.
Yeah. But at the end
And
of
if we
the
have
day,
to pay, and knowing 2K, we probably have to pay VC to do any of that.
I don't even know how they could incorporate VC in a wrestling game.
Like if you create a wrestler, you have to use VC to
Unless
level
they
them
have
up.
a mode
And
similar
people
to
have
My
like,
Career. But we'll see. That, ladies and gentlemen, that pretty much. Oh, really quickly here, since I see it right here, I was gonna say that covers this week's headlines. It really does. But really quickly, since I'm looking at it, let's go through that E3 schedule real quick. Actually, before that, really quickly, Watch Dogs has 9 special editions. Forgot to mention that.
Jesus.
Watch Dogs has 9 special editions.
But there's one in the U.S. Ain't that something? Right?
First, there's special edition which gives PlayStation players the White Hat Pack here in North America. There's also special edition in Australia and New Zealand, where the White Hat Pack isn't a PlayStation exclusive. The only edition that contains the Chicago South Club Pack. There's a Vigilant edition for Europe, Middle East, Asia, and Australia that has its own content and packaging. The Uplay exclusive edition is only available through Ubisoft's Uplay shop, but this limited edition is for North America as well. It includes content that the special edition doesn't, but it's also missing one content pack that the special edition has. There's the DedSec edition for Europe, Middle East, Asia, and Australia again. The Digital Deluxe edition for PlayStation to PC, that's here as well. The Uplay Deluxe edition is available in the Uplay Store. That comes with the PlayStation exclusive pack and the Digital Deluxe edition. And then the Gold edition is only available in the PlayStation Store. PlayStation owners have a lot of options, but yep, 9 special editions for Watch Dogs. I don't know if that sets a record, but I think it does. There you go. Now that I got that out the way, now we can hit up that that E3 schedule. Let me just pull it up real quick and make sure I got everything right. While I'm doing that, I did say we were gonna get back to Borderlands 2 on Vita. Corgan, did you hear how god awful that game is?
No, you were telling me about it, but I didn't really pay too much attention.
The game is buggy. It looks bad. It doesn't run well. There's frame rate issues. The game runs at like 20 frames per second.
Jesus.
It was a very bad port that was bundled with the Slim Vita that came out last week. All I gotta say is, once again, Sony tries to push the fact that you can play a shooter on the Vita, and what do? They bundle the Vita with a pretty bad game for the Vita. The last time they did this was Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified. And we all know how that came out.
Sony, man.
In other news, I played the Xbox for the first time. Xbox One.
And your thoughts?
I don't like the Kinect. I'll just get that out of the way. Controllers is pretty cool. It's got a nice feel, like it better than the 360. Titanfall was a pretty fun game, but it's just not something that makes me want to buy an Xbox just for that. Overall, it's decent. I feel like the PlayStation is more organized than the Xbox, so.
It is.
Like in terms of the menus and stuff. And
it is, definitely. Yeah. Matter of fact, Microsoft sort of fucked the interface up, to be honest. That's the only reason why I used to connect so much. It's the easiest way to navigate the menu.
I had no problem with lag or anything, so I don't know if that's just servers for Xbox or whatever. But
their online servers are pretty beast. Remember, they have like those what they say? They got like mad cloud servers or whatever. Yeah. Go ahead.
Recording footage is better on PlayStation 4. You can only record like a couple seconds of clips worthy, I guess. And you can also stream. Overall, it's pretty decent. I still think 4 is better. So. That's it.
Before we head to the E3 schedule really quickly, I do want to hit up more GameSpy news. Shout out to GameSpy. NetherRealm Studios has announced that it will continue online support for Mortal Kombat 9 for PS3, 360, PC versions of the fighting game. Following the closure of GameSpy's online services on May 31st. Unfortunately, the support does not extend to Vita players who won't be able to access any online multiplayer features after May 31st. Vita players will only be able to play ad hoc multiplayer matches, in other words, non-internet matches organized over devices in close physical proximity. NetherRealm did not state why online support is not extended for the Vita version of Mortal Kombat. So again, my favorite version of Mortal Kombat now, actually, I won't be able to play it online at the end of May. Which means the platinum will be unobtainable. Even more unobtainable. Hundreds of online games are still at risk after discontinuation of GameSpy's closure. Many games such as Star Wars Battlefront 2 and those of Rockstar are aiming to remain playable. However, companies such as EA are facing significant technical hurdles as they search for a solution to keep their most popular games online. Shout out to GameSpy.
So many years of shitty service.
Their servers always did suck anyway.
I know. Shout out to the worst versions of Mortal Kombat Online still being alive. But the best one had to die. Who does that? What server does Injustice run on? Or do they have their own dedicated server now?
I think they have their own dedicated ones for that.
Oh, okay.
It's not GameSpy, I know that.
Well, yeah, it's playable.
God, that game.
Yep. Good old GameSpy. They will be missed, though. They will be missed for nasty servers. I promise you that. Alright, now that we got all the depressing GameSpy news out of the way, now we can finally head up that E3 schedule. So, without further ado, we're going to get things started off with Microsoft. The first press conference of E3, like usual. That's going to be 9 a.m. Pacific time, which means 11 a.m. Central Time, 12 noon Eastern Time, on June 9th.
Alright, I got
Monday.
on my calendar.
No, that is the first press conference. Coming in after them, of course, is like usual, EA. Now, we can't really determine exactly when EA is going to start because it kind of depends on how long Microsoft goes, and then they got to set up and all that stuff. But EA should be starting at around noon Central Time, which again would be like no, noon Pacific Time. Sorry. So 3 hours after Xbox. There you go. After them, there's Ubisoft. They come out at about 4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern. And then Sony's at night. Like usual. 8 o'clock.
When would Sony's be in Central Time?
Central Time?
Yeah.
8 o'clock.
Oh, right when I get off work.
Sony's 8 o'clock, and they usually run until about 10.
That kind of sucks.
There you go. And then the next day, Nintendo does their combo at 9 a.m. Western Pacific Time, 10 o'clock Central, 11 o'clock Eastern. Digital event.
Digital.
Again, Corgan.
Direct. Hey, I mean, you guys threw that on me like out of nowhere. How was I supposed to know you want me to say it with
You know why? Because we're trying to bring it directly
You
to
didn't
you.
warn me about it. You didn't. Well, if you were bringing it directly to me, then you should have brought it directly to me before we start recording. Yeah.
Let him know. He did just let him know.
Mommy, we after that Uncharted.
Indeed.
Hey, Lyric, when are we out to that tuxedo run?
Hey, we can be out to that tuxedo run too soon.
Kidler, we need to be out to them batteries for old time's sake.
We also need to be out to them batteries, yeah.
On a side note, we're done with video game news for the week, by the way. But on a quick note, did you guys see that Ben Affleck's Batman costume was revealed? Yeah, they revealed it. They got a picture out.
It's nasty.
Didn't look bad. I just don't know how I feel about Ben Affleck playing Batman. But hey, Batman vs. Superman is set to release May 6, 2016.
And guess who it has as well?
Go ahead.
Guess what other DC character it has? MK.
Oh, good old Cyborg.
Yeah.
I swear, man.
For any of our listeners out there, if you've played Injustice, I implore you to go on there and start sprinting around with Cyborg. You will know why we like to make fun of him. There you go. You know, you don't have to do any of his moves, just run around with him, and you'll know why.
Also, pick Aquaman and dash with him.
Or Aquaman.
What's the disrespect for Aquaman? He needs to be in this movie.
No, I'll probably save him for a full-blown Justice League movie.
And the disrespect for Shazam. Alright, Shazam is not important.
Well, Shazam, as nasty as Shazam is, I'd take him over Aquaman. I mean, good God.
On a side note, the reviews are coming out for the new X-Men movie already. Do you know them
Fingers crossed.
Them critics got to see it already. They're saying it's the best X-Men movie since X2.
Oh.
They're saying it's the most epic and exciting X-Men Days of Future Past. They're saying the X-Men movie is the biggest and best entry in the franchise since X2. So, we'll see. That movie comes out in a couple weeks. Comes out next week, actually. This week is good old Godzilla. Money, we are out. We are. Shout out to them not having a video game crossover. I would have been out.
I wouldn't have. Although I did like the King Kong one. Even though I know it sucked.
Well, you know why? You know why that game was epic? Because it looked beast. At that time. And with that boost, I hand it over to you for your favorite session, for your favorite section of the week.
Session? Whoa.
Section.
What game have you guys been playing this week? Now, first I'm gonna start off with, yeah, Monty. What have you been playing this week?
Mass Effect.
That's it?
Pokemon.
Okay, I'm not going to go with you. Okay. No more.
From here on out, Pokemon is always on the list. I don't feel like talking about it. It's always going to be on the list no matter what. So, hear that. If I don't mention it, it's because I'm sick of mentioning it. Since day one of the podcast, I've been talking about Pokemon. So.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, Pokemon, Mass Effect, and I guess 2K, I guess. When it works.
It's working.
To be fair, 2K Drive usually works. Except for them online leagues.
Yeah. Shout out to Deontay moving 2-0 when he had to.
Probably won't go into that right now.
Alright now. So Corgan, what have you been playing this week?
Well, I've been playing The Last of Us, of course, thanks to the new DLC drop last week. Right now I'm playing Uncharted 3. And on PS4 I've been playing MLB The Show. Very good as well. And that's about it. Oh, a little bit of Pokemon too. A little bit.
Alright. So, MK, what have you been playing this week? Alright, you don't have to take a gasp every time, every week.
Excuse me while I collect my thoughts.
Alright, so on PC, I was talking to our good buddy Jay. He got me to get back on Sleeping Dogs a little bit the other day. 3DS, still playing Kintect-less. I'm actually replaying that game. Wii U, I haven't really touched a lot of stuff on there recently, but I do plan on getting back on. I do want to get on the DuckTales Remastered. I'll bump that on there, so I want to play it. So that's on my to-do list on there. Vita, I'm about to start playing Mortal Kombat Online as much as I can. PS4, Injustice with Corgan, 2K with you guys, Rayman Legends, Outlast, Whistleblower DLC is scary as shit. I haven't finished it yet. I got it a week ago. As a matter of fact, I'm probably only like an hour into it, and the DLC is just as long as the full game. So, by the way, if you like Outlast, get the DLC. It's pretty much like Outlast 2. Like, it's just fucking ridiculous. It's like I was playing that game in the dark like 3 days ago. Something happened. I haven't returned, but I'm going to. I'm going to finish it. And then on Xbox, all I can play is Nightfall. That covers it. There you go.
Alright. So, Money, what have you been playing this week?
NBA 2K14 and Dark Souls 2.
Money, when are you getting the Outlast DLC?
Sometime soon. Or later.
Alright. So, Boost Stocks, what have you been playing this week? 2K, that's it, because I've been busy. Alright, so that ends. What have you been playing this week?
Yeah. That went by much quicker and smoother than usual.
Just because I wasn't talking.
It must be 1 o'clock in the morning.
I have an announcement to make. Oh.
He is gay.
Damn it.
Michael Sam.
Dang, Money, you beat him to the punch.
Damn.
He's a full supporter of
Michael Sam.
By the way, we don't have anything against gay people. Just throwing that out there right now.
Except for Dusk. We don't like this kind.
Like to be like, no, like we really.
Nah, I don't have anything against him. Just don't bring it around me. That's all.
Again, we don't have anything against anybody.
Smite on reality.
To quote Boost Dusk.
If we have, you know, I'm just gonna come out and say right now, I'm sorry in case we have any gay listeners.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you know.
Hold up. Let me pull up the quote.
I'm not.
What?
Alright, can you please end it now?
No.
I'm not affiliated with this quote. I want you to know that now. Keep my name.
I need to. How long was it? Like, how long?
I'm a gay hater and I'm proud of it.
If,
See, there we go. Of course, yeah. Ah!
well, I'm gonna
hey,
paraphrase
do what
it.
you want.
I can't find the quote, so I'm just gonna paraphrase it.
MK are gay. We have no problems with them. So why would we?
So
have
are you,
anything
Money? You're always happy every single
I'm
day.
happy. Yeah, so in a way, I'm also gay.
The happiest dude here, man.
If you're happy, you're gay. According to Boost Dusk.
Right? And y'all thought we was talking.
If you are happy, you are
talking
gay.
about homosexual. No.
If you're happy
Just
and
talking
you
about happiness.
In the words of Boost Dusk.
Michael Sam gotta be the happiest dude on earth.
So the gayest dude on earth.
Yeah, you're right. Especially with that cake.
Clap your hands.
Alright, real quick, since we're on the topic, like, the NFL draft was this past week, and I just gotta bring up the fact that Corgan's favorite team drafted Michael Sam.
Why did I see that dude kissing another dude, and then after that, kissing the dude with cake in his mouth? What's going on?
You know why?
See, what's going to happen is we're going to cut him, and then we're going to
No,
be
you're
told,
not. No, you're
No,
not.
what's
You gonna
happening is they're going to keep him, and they're going to beast Minnesota week 1, MK's team, and he's not going to have any words about Michael Sam
no, we
anymore.
don't need no fag boy in order to win.
If you hate gay people, Boost Us will say, "Shut the fuck up, you homophobia ass nigga."
All right.
And I will just say, I'm a homophobia.
Yeah, Boost Us did come at
Me. Well, he came at me.
No,
For no reason. It just came out of nowhere.
You know what? Stuff like this will probably only happen on podcasts we do after midnight.
Well, what about at my announcements? That I was supposed to make it through.
Yeah, what is your announcement? I forgot about that. Go ahead.
Alright. Saturday night, if you're alone and single, stop by twitch.tv/the30gamer04 for the special prom special.
He promoted that wrong. He promoted that wrong.
You know what? We're enjoy like, for listeners. Enjoy this. Shit like this won't happen very often.
Because prom only comes once a year, just like Christmas.
Like, see,
But unlike Christmas, it's not happy. It's sad.
This is what happens when Goose segment goes short. We gotta fill time.
Actually, we're past the hour.
MK, the referee is telling us to go home. Take it home.
Take it home. Oh no, we
Hour
got
and 6 minutes actually. So
So you know what? No lie, with us having the most views we've ever had last week, I think our loyal fans deserve extra time with us.
They hate us.
Speaking of which, I would like to give a thank you to everyone that listened to the podcast.
134. 134.
We really do appreciate that a lot. Also, whoever subscribes to us on iTunes and listens to us through the podcast on iTunes, we appreciate you guys. Whoever downloads us on SoundCloud, we appreciate you guys as well. Whoever goes directly to the website, we also appreciate you guys. We appreciate all
we got
of it.
35 iTunes hits, guys. 30.
But if you download it legally,
Here we come.
but if you download it legally, we'll hunt you down.
To be fair, I don't think you can download a podcast illegally.
Who knows? Maybe someone download it on iTunes and put it on some share website. Media share.
Either way, thank you guys.
Spreading the word.
Appreciate it a lot.
Thank you for spreading the word of Coast to
It's
Coast
kind of
Gaming.
cool that we have over 30 iTunes subscribers. That's pretty cool. I didn't check that number.
And now they're gonna, after this episode, we're gonna lose them all.
Yep, after this episode.
Not at all. I think we just gained like 10.
5 of them are gonna leave because they're gay activists.
5 of them are gonna leave because they hate virgins. They don't like them promoting their virginness.
Hey, you know, Monty, people like virgins. Like, if you tell a chick you're a virgin, like you're fresh meat, man. Just tell it out with that.
Imagine as a pickup line. Hey girl, ever been with a virgin?
Yeah,
I haven't been with anything. I haven't been with anything.
Like, hey
Then
girl,
you start singing that
you may
song,
have a lot
like a
of
virgin.
Nah,
Shout out
just
to
be
the
like,
podcast topic.
nah, just be like,
Yup, yeah, it needs to end now, man.
This is what happens. Like, I think
Come
we should call
on,
this
man.
the title of the
Coast Social
episode
Central.
11. Episode 11. Uncut.
Episode 11. This is episode
But like for real,
11.
Monty, just tell her you may have a lot of things to worry about if you're with me, but you don't got to worry about them STDs. She'll take you right up.
Okay, remember when I was streaming and you guys were talking about how to get a girl, like you with money?
Yeah.
I recorded that and highlighted it, so check out that whole conversation on Twitch TV.
Nice.
Check out that conversation on Twitch TV. Also, check out
the
the
Hooded Gamer
entire
Report.
conversation on iTunes or on coastedcgc.com or on YouTube, or on SoundCloud, however you consume such greatness in your eardrums every week. I'm wrapping this up. We have to.
And the website.
I'm sorry for my racist talk. Sorry for... Yeah, that's it, really. Shit.
I'm sorry for being an asshole. I'm sorry for being an asshole.
I'm sorry for being awesome.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, just for
I'm no apologist.
for certain listeners out there, I just want to hold on, money. I want to give you the podium real quick since we're uncut. You can say you have 30 seconds to say what you want, but for any listeners out there that say that you need to talk more, I think you should explain why you haven't been talking.
Oh, well,
go ahead, man.
His mic cut off.
Asian. He don't know
my mic
English.
cuts me off. I'm not motivated to talk. So there you go. I mean, I was getting cut off, and decided to just depart from the podcast.
He decided not to let you go play.
But he's here, but he's not in
I may do what money does.
That song up there.
I may do what money does. I'll join him in this silence.
But I will say, shout out to me and Booze Dust. This whole podcast, we haven't lost on 2K. We've just been here running through everybody.
We should do a 3 versus 3 because you guys left me out.
You know what we should do? We should do like a
But we haven't lost.
You know what we should do? One of these days we should live stream a podcast, and while we're doing it on Twitch, we should play people in the park.
How about instead of
kind of doing
instead
that
of doing
now.
a podcast, why don't we just do a let's play?
We could do a let's play.
A community.
Leave it in the comments below if you'd like to see a Coast to Coast Gaming Central let's play.
Community play, not let's play.
Let us know in the comments. By the way, iTunes subscribers, if you're listening to us, please do us a favor and send us some reviews, man. Tell us what you think about it. You know, let us know what you want us to talk about, what you don't like us talking about. If you
We don't like Monty. Kick Monty off the podcast.
Yeah, who to kick out?
Yeah,
Kick Monty. Monty is an asshole.
That was nasty.
Kick out K-Lyric because all he talks about is The Last of Us.
What are you talking about?
Kick off the cameraman.
Racist.
Kick off Boss Dre, the cameraman. He doesn't support. He doesn't contribute.
Dre doesn't contribute.
Oh, by the way, YouTube.
Nah, he been spying on us, man. He's been spying on us, man.
He's working for it.
If you're listening on YouTube, by the way, also leave some comments. Let us know what you like. Anyone that spots us on N4G, even on N4G, leave some comments. You know, we want to know what you
We
guys
can find
like.
more gaming websites.
Because after 11 episodes, we have no comments.
We could go on. We could go on NeoGaf, couldn't we?
There's so many. Yeah.
All right. We'll get that figured
So
out.
the last 20 minutes, we just been bullshitting.
We have.
That's
This is
what
what
we
happens
do.
on. This is what
And
happens.
we're gonna
on
end it there, right, MK?
Oh, no. Hold
We
up, I got a review of the Baja Blast Mountain Dew. While we're off topic, it is delicious.
I gotta, and my response to that review is shut the fuck up. Alright, thank you for listening to Coast to Coast.
You won't hear from me ever again. I'm never gonna.
Yo, for the past 2 episodes, Monty got beefed in the end.
Monty, you know we love you, man. You know we love you. In a good way. Not the beef.
You hate me just like all the girls in my school.
Man.
Alright, please, MK.
Man, I'm telling you.
It all started back in 2007.
No.
Alright, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to episode 11 of Coast to Coast Gaming Central podcast. I
like
have unfortunately been your host this week, MKGUY.
He's that
I tried talking to her, but it's just that, you know, I'm just scared.
Oh my god.
And then she started having some boyfriends.
Here's a fun one. If you have any recommendations for Monty getting a girlfriend,
You know, and prom is Saturday. It's all over. I might as well just give up.
this man's life is over. You know what? I think, Monty, on the website, you should leave a blog post about this story, and then whoever's interested can help you out.
What was the name? Like, there was Corrigan's Corner. Was it Monty's Morning or something?
Monty's Morn.
I think
Monty's Morn.
I think we should call it Monty Needs Help.
That'll be the sub website.
Start a foundation, collect some girls. The Monty Foundation.
Help Monty lose his virginity
Let me
foundation.
tell you, I know a great corner where you can find some good ones.
Well, I work
Corrigan's
with
Corner.
Corgan's Corner. You can go to Corgan's Corner. You got them girls in that corner.
Know it.
Man. I'm Jaron Dorsey, MKGUY, whatever you want to call me. With me, I got my boy Boost Dusk.
Yo.
I got my boy Mr. Money, Mo Money, got money. He got money, more money than you.
Detective Walliot.
Adios.
I'm gonna come up with a new nickname for you every week.
Seems like you do that.
I got my boy a Boss Drake guy, the cameraman.
Yo.
Yeah. And why he doesn't talk.
Certainly not least, I got my boy K-Lyric Corgon.
Remember, if you ain't playing The Last of Us, you ain't playing none of us.
Man,
Man,
I try one again?
you ain't.
Can I try one again? Please. Alright, I'm gonna just try it. Yo. Yo. If you're not looking forward to E3, then all y'all can go sip some tea. Huh?
Yeah, I'm in.
There we go. Oh, and if you're not running with Sonic, you're still on that chronic. Nigga? Alright. Thanks for listening to Coast to Coast Gaming Essential.
My Lord Jesus.
What about me? What about Monty?
Go ahead, Monty.
No, you left me out. You didn't even give me a...
We're ending it now. Bye.
You know what? Booth do one.
What about me? How could you do
Go ahead, Monty. Go ahead.
You didn't like say goodbye. I got my boy Monty. You didn't say
Monty,
that.
if you don't do it right now, you're gonna get beasted again before this episode ends.
You know what?
Alright, this is going too long, man. You know what?
No.
I'm gonna just say something. You ain't dusking, you ain't housing. Alright?
You ain't dusking, you ain't.
Let him know, Dust.
Nah, let Monty get his in, man, and then we out.
If you're not a virgin, you're not Monty.
Alright.
What? If you're not a virgin, no what? Monty, you want one? Everybody else got one. You want one?
Yep, I got one.
Man, this is my
Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. Like,
Oh wait, I got a second one.
Alright, what you say?
No, you don't get two
Let
seconds.
Monty
You
get
get
his. Let Monty get
This is my. This is mine.
MK got two. Why can't
Nah,
I?
they did this. Nah, Corgan, this is right because they did this a few weeks ago. Nah, to me, like they just cut me off. You're trying to get cut off. You know what I mean?
This is the last episode of Coast to Coast Essential, The Downfall. We're gonna have 5 star podcast with everyone by themselves.
On the side note, anyone that has a WWE network, go watch Ultimate Warrior vs. Triple H.
I second that.
WrestleMania 12. 1996.
If you ain't a Charizard, you ain't blazing.
Oh my God.
And if you have a boyfriend that's sucking his penis, then you're not with Monty. Thanks for listening to episode 11 of Coast to Coast Games Essential.
You'll never hear. I hate every
Thank you
single
for
one of
listening
you.
again. Listen to us on iTunes, YouTube, and
There's gonna be I'll make my own podcast. This ain't right. This is how you don't treat your employees.
It's
This
1
is a
o'clock in the
terrible
morning. It's 2 o'clock in the morning Eastern. We're out of here. Good night.
This is the worst. This is the worst
Night, night.
treatment a man can ever have. I demand my rights.